Blake Lively is now running from the consequences of her own actions in a move to dismiss Justin Baldoni's lawsuit against her. According to a new letter that they submitted to the judge on Thursday, they're seeking to dismiss Justin Baldoni's defamation lawsuit, which is unlikely to happen. What's more likely is that eventually, before March 2026, which is their trial date, this is going to reach a settlement. That's very sad for me because I would love to see the televised trial. You know, that would be a huge moment in the culture, but I'm guessing that's the way things are going to shake out. And it sounds like the attorneys on both sides of this battle want to collapse both Blake Lively's sexual harassment suit and Baldoni's defamation suit into one big court proceeding.
It's like those apps that you can get now to tell you what streaming services you're subscribed to twice.
Yeah. And another letter was also submitted by Leslie Sloan, the PR rep for Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds. She also wanted to dismiss it, but it's too late. That's not going to happen. And they realized that this blew up in their faces. It's not looking good for them. And I just saw that The Hollywood Reporter published a piece about right-wing support for Justin Baldoni. The support for Justin Baldoni is getting louder. The support for Blake Lively at this point is non-existent online, as far as I can tell.
I mean, we get some people in the chat. I see Luffy says Blake has done nothing wrong. Luffy is God in the chat, says Blake has done nothing wrong.
Give us your argument. I want to hear your side. Why do you sympathize with her? I'm open to hearing it. But yeah, they say that Justin Baldoni would seem to be a boogeyman for America's right wing. He broke out as a heartthrob in Jane the Virgin, known for its progressive themes, and then he branded himself as one of the country's foremost male feminists in his Man Enough podcast, the tagline for which is undefining masculinity. But
which the world collectively rolled their eyes, but continue.
Yes. Following Blake Lively's allegations of sexual harassment and workplace hostility, it looks like Justin Baldoni has been unyoked from woke.
Maybe Baldoni could play Luigi Mangione.
Justin Baldoni has become an unexpected conservative cause célèbre as a growing contingent of commentators online take his side. For those on the right, he's that most sympathetic of figures in contemporary American life, the canceled man. So Justin Baldoni has essentially become an avatar for this new cultural archetype, the man who is canceled, who is falsely accused, who is oppressed and put upon in some way by the system or by feminism.
I will say that Jane the Virgin, as progressive as it is not nearly as annoying as some other shows that contain progressive themes. There are definitely some moments that made me want to throw up, but for the most part, it does it fairly well.
It doesn't reach nearly the same heights of wokeness or feminism that Justin Baldoni's male feminist podcast
There's a part
reaches.
where they define the term medical repatriation, where I almost threw something through the TV. But other than that,
Blake Lively is a liberal who has received publicity for donating to left-coded indigenous causes. She also apologized with Ryan Reynolds for getting married on a plantation. Yeah. She's known for her close friendship with Taylor Swift, who made herself an enemy of President Donald Trump. But a key driver fueling Justin Baldoni's support online may be that his lawyer, Brian Friedman, has represented several influential supporters in the media who, whether or not explicitly on the right, have positioned themselves to their audiences as truth tellers about Hollywood's moral foibles, including Megyn Kelly. That's why Brian Friedman appeared on Megyn Kelly's podcast and shared that voicemail from Justin Baldoni where he was saying that he was kept in a basement during the premiere of It Ends With Us. So I see that he definitely has a bias there in one direction. But it looks like Justin Baldoni's career is not going to take a nosedive because of any of this.
No, I mean,
he's going to benefit from this.
He's going to benefit more than anybody in this, if I'm being completely honest. Somebody asked, they were asking who should play him. I don't know. Not Dev Patel. Definitely not Pedro Pascal, who's too old.
No, I'm on Keanu Reeves. I'm going to cast Keanu Reeves in the non-existent Blake Lively Justin Baldoni movie. Yeah. I think that would be a great choice.
He should play Luigi Mangione in like fast forward 10 years. That's what we'll do.
Now, I vaguely remember us talking about the announcement of a Pac-Man movie on the show.
I know it sounds like a meme, guys, but
it's
this
real.
is like, I don't know how you go from. So one of the things I find funniest about this is his pitch for It Ends With Us was like, look, it's got a big social message. Yeah. There's going to be a lot here that people can take from it. It's not just a movie. It's an experience with a social cause, right? How do you go from that to Pac-Man? I don't know, but I'm here for the range. Yeah. I would have loved also if he actually then makes it a Miss Pac-Man movie. So he actually does
to explain, little did we know at the time, Justin Baldoni was actually at the helm of the Pac-Man movie.
Yeah.
And the fate of the Pac-Man movie is now in question as his career hangs in the balance of the outcome of this trial, if it happens at all in 2026.
He's got to get the funding if he wants to make the Pac-Man movie. Frankly, I mean, if they can make Battleship a movie, they can make Pac-Man a movie.
Pac-Man, which Baldoni and his own production company Wayfarer Studios were developing since 2022, may no longer be in his future. It's among at least a trio of projects that are now in doubt as friction with Blake Lively turned from internet curiosity into full-fledged legal war.
It is funny because there was actually a joke in an episode of Castle, if I remember correctly, where Castle's mom says, is Hollywood just totally out of ideas? And he says, well, given the fact that they just optioned Pong to be made into a movie, I think so. But
there was a Tetris movie.
But Ryan Reynolds is going to play the little triangle, so that's good.
Remember the Tetris movie? Yeah. Or was it about the making
No,
of
it was
Tetris?
about the making of Tetris.
Whatever, you know.
Oh, no. Okay, that's even worse. I don't want Justin Baldoni to make some lame documentary about the creation of Tetris, okay? I don't want that. I don't want a movie about the creation of Uber. I don't want a movie about Actually, no, the BlackBerry one looked cool, but I didn't end up watching that one. But I don't want that crap. I want a movie with Pac-Man, and then
he passes
the mantle to Miss Pac-Man, and everybody gets mad because it's DEI Pac-Man.
You know, Miss Pac-Man was unfairly objectified.
Also, was it Miss or Mrs.?
Yeah, that's a Mandela effect right there. I'm not sure.
Was it MS or was it MRS?
I don't know. Are they married? Or are they in an illegitimate relationship?
I don't know.
But yeah, things are not looking good for Blake Lively as her own supporters are now distancing themselves, including her own brother-in-law.
Yeah.
Back when this whole thing kicked off, Blake Lively's brother-in-law, Bart Johnson, actually spoke out in support of her, and he was getting into some heated back and forths with people online about the lawsuit, defending his sister-in-law. But now he's walked all of that back and made a statement to follow up, saying, anytime I've said anything unkind about someone, I've regretted it. Fortunately, that's almost never, and definitely not when I'm at my best. Regardless of if it's true or not, if it's my opinion, even if I'm trying to speak truth or stand up for someone, it's never good. Even in times where it might feel justified in doing the right thing, it makes no difference. There's a better way. It's below the standard I have for myself, and I regret it. I sincerely apologize to anyone I've hurt or let down by saying something that sounds mean, and I'll do better. If you follow me, you know you'll be hard-pressed to find more than one time I've criticized anyone on social media. It's not my jam. You can easily find a million times I've uplifted, supported, encouraged my family, friends, followers, and strangers. That's what I'm committed to and where I find my happiness. We all have flaws, and I'm definitely a work in progress and doing my best to grow and be better. Sending all my love to all of you.
Even if you're working to grow and be better, you should never say it.
So even her own family members are turning their backs on her at this point.
Apparently,
as her lies become more and more obvious.
Apparently, Miss Pac-Man.
She's a Miss.
She's a sister. It's Pac-Man's sister, apparently. I have no idea if that's real. I didn't fact check it, but somebody said that in the chat, so I'm just going to assume it's true.
Mind blowing.
Yep.
Okay. There's another rumor going around that Taylor Swift, a longtime friend of both Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds, one of Khaleesi's dragons. The rumor is that Taylor Swift is also distancing herself from Blake Lively in the wake of this controversy. as it's just not looking good for her. Fair weather
Plus,
friend.
we all know that she's getting ready for the rigged Super Bowl where the Chiefs are going to win, and then Travis Kelce is going to propose after they win in the totally not real Super Bowl.
So everything is rainbows and cupcakes for Taylor Swift in the meantime. Thank you.
We should do a video on people saying that the Super Bowl is going to be rigged.
No, it's not rigged. It's just Taylor Swift witchcraft. Confirmed.
That's what it is.
But yeah, the rumor, according to an insider, is that for the time being, Taylor Swift is taking a step back from Blake because she doesn't want to get tangled in this more than she already has, which is far more than she ever needed to be. Maybe far more than she ever intended to be. Her friends also think that Blake's "I'm Khaleesi" text to Justin was uncool and unnecessary because she was essentially used as an intimidation tactic. She was referred to as some kind of pet or possession. Taylor shouldn't have been involved in this at all. She was only going over to visit Blake and Ryan with the understanding that the meeting would be over already. So they're referring to this infamous meeting that Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds set up with Justin Baldoni at their penthouse. Yeah. And the purpose of the meeting was basically to use Ryan Reynolds and Taylor Swift to peer pressure Justin Baldoni into using Blake Lively's script rewrite for the notorious rooftop scene in the movie. Yeah. And that is allegedly what happened. Taylor Swift and Ryan Reynolds gang up on Justin Baldoni, and they're effusively praising Blake Lively and her talent at screenwriting in order to make Justin Baldoni feel cornered into taking her script rewrite and not using his own. So Taylor Swift is at fault for getting involved in the first place.
Which never mattered because he was like, I love your idea.
Right, yeah.
He's like, I'm a male feminist. This is great. Let's collaborate.
But the problem is, he said, I love your passion. Yeah. That was belittling to Blake Lively. He didn't say that he loved her rewrite. Okay, he said, I love your passion.
He's basically giving you the equal to like, wow, that was a great try.
Right, exactly.
Wow, so that was a great effort.
So she wasn't satisfied with his response because he didn't immediately kowtow to her demands. Yeah. And he was being very nice about it, but that wasn't good enough. And Blake Lively, in that text message about how she's Khaleesi and Ryan Reynolds and Taylor Swift are her dragons, she was really belittling her lifelong friend Taylor Swift as kind of a clout weapon.
It puts her in a weird place. The only way it could have been worse is with Ryan Reynolds. She's like, they're my Avengers or something awful like that.
Yeah, exactly. Blake Lively was essentially weaponizing her husband's clout and Taylor Swift's clout against Justin Baldoni to get what she wanted. And it didn't work out for her. I have no idea if this rumor is at all valid or true, but it sounds like Taylor is distancing herself because she's conscious of her own public image and wants to preserve that. She doesn't even want to be mentioned in this lawsuit.
I mean, I don't feel like
her name is redacted.
I feel like her part of it is so small that it's not going to hurt her image at all.
Well, she might be called to testify, though, because she is a witness to one of the key interactions in this lawsuit. I want to see Taylor Swift getting questioned by Brian Friedman on the stand.
And then people are going to be like doing like outfit checks. What did she wear to court?
Yes, like Brian Friedman pulls out like a strobe flashlight and starts shining it on Taylor Swift's face so that she's intimidated into speaking out. No, that's unlikely to happen, and Taylor Swift has a very booked and busy schedule. But, it just sounds like she's a fair weather friend. Yeah, does. She's not willing to stand by Blake Lively's toxicity.
That's how I perceive most relationships of people in Hollywood, right? Because somebody pointed out, they said, why are they holding hands when they go into restaurants? Why are Taylor Swift and Blake Lively holding hands when they go into restaurants? It's literally for the photo opportunity.
Like teenage girl
Look
behavior.
at me and my friend. We're going out to
playing Ring
together.
Around the Rosie, like as if you're not in your 30s and 40s doing this.
I'm not gonna lie. I decided to go to ChatGPT. I said, can you give me a list of actors who have been said to look like Justin Baldoni? And while having this, none of them.
No,
I looked through all of them. None
Keanu
of them,
wasn't even on the list.
He wasn't even on the list. It sucks, but yeah. Taylor's gonna have to testify. That'd be hilarious.
I want the most entertaining outcome It usually doesn't work out like that. I'm one of the nothing ever happens bros.
I'm with you.
Nothing ever happens.
Me and you are both in that camp where it's like, yeah, sure.
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, like the most toxic female friendship archetype is the girl who just encourages her friend to do the most sociopathic shit imaginable.
Yeah.
And Taylor Swift just wasn't there to cheer her on when the consequences came. Like, she was there to cheer on Blake Lively's toxicity in the moment, but then when it caught up to her,
she had tour. She had to go back out on tour.
I wasn't even like there. Like, it wasn't even like that serious type shit. Like, I wasn't even like invested in it, you know?
Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.